Hello, 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 hello. Hello, co-workers. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Nursing Assistant. Today we'll be discussing knowing your worth. It is so important that we know our worth so we can go after, ask for what we need to get paid, you guys. We need to stop selling ourselves short. And that's what this video is going to be about. So if you guys is interested in trying to up your game and knowing what you're worth and being confident in what you are worth and wanting to go after what you are worth and what you need to be paid, then stay tuned. This video is for you. Okay, co-workers, you have to be confident in knowing your worth. You got to realize what you're contributing to that patient, to that family member, and be confident knowing your worth. Do not sell yourself short. Time out for us as nursing assistant having to have 2, 3, 4 jobs just to survive, just to pay our bill. We're not living lavish life. We're not working 2 or 3 jobs to go on trips and go on vacation, buy name brand clothes, driving luxury cars. We're working like this just to pay our electric bill, pay our water bill, pay our phone bill, pay our house note, car note, and all the other essential that we need, the basic essential. It is no reason for us to have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to be basic. Just to be basic. We have been doing this far too long. It's time for us to wake up. We are giving the patient, the family member, far too much for us to still have to work 2 and 3 jobs just for our basic necessity. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. The buck stops here. Come on, y'all. Get into it. The buck stop here. We gonna have to start knowing our worth. Take, for instance, home health aid. We go into these homes. We take care of the family member. Why? We take care of the family loved one. Why? The family member can still go to work, still have a social life, have a peace of mind. The patient being taken care of, being fed, being nurtured. We are giving a whole lot, you guys. The family member can still keep their normal schedule when we are there. When we are there, they are still keeping their schedule, their work-life balance, their stress. Do you guys know how much that is worth? As y'all know, I was a caregiver of my mom. And when I needed to go somewhere, knowing somebody was there with her so I can achieve or do what I want to do, that meant a whole lot, you guys. A whole lot. Just even to get away for me to reset, to get away so when I come back, I can be fresh and renewed. We're going to have to stop selling ourselves cheap and be confident in knowing our worth. We're going to have to do that. We're not going to let other people define what we are worth. Not today. Today, it's stopping today. If you're in home help, working independent, self-employed, what I challenge you to do is call an agency and inquire about a nursing assistant coming to your home to take care of a loved one and see how much they charge. They're not selling themselves cheap. They're not. So, as nursing assistant, self-employee, what we need to do is establish a price rate. Call several businesses, inquire what they are charging for a nursing assistant to come into your home. And then what you do is take the average price and maybe go down $2 or $3. And that's what you charge people, co-workers. That's what you charge. Because you are giving that family member a peace of mind. A peace of mind. And you guys know a peace of mind is worth a whole lot. Far more than gold or silver. Knowing that their loved one is being taken care of, knowing that their loved one is got company there, entertainment there, you're there for them. While they're at work, they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to stress about it. They can go on with a little normalcy in their life because you are there. So you guys, let's stop selling ourselves cheap. Let's stop. I wrote down some notes how we can get our confidence up, how we can go in, if you're working for someone, how we can go in and challenge the pay that they're giving us. We're going to have to learn how to go in and ask for what we are worth. So, let's get into how to be confident and how to ask for what we are worth. You guys, have you ever been offered a job and you jump into it, you immediately accept the offer? Then you go back and you think through it, you regret that you took the job because you have been underpaid. I have done that. I'm quite sure you guys have. When you go into an interview, you have to know your worth. You got to already have in mind what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. and how you can be prepared for this. You analyze how many years or how much experience you have in this field. That's number one. Number two, go in, like I said, do research. Now anybody can do research. Everybody got access to Google, to a computer. And if you don't have access to a computer, everybody have a cell phone. Go on Google, research, and see what people are being paid in your field with your years of experience. And also, like I said, call different companies. See what they're charging for a CNA to come out into their home. Once you do that, you figure out the average. Figure out the average. You go into the interview and you sell yourself. You let them know what you are worth. And be confident. You have to be confident in your skills. If you're not confident in it, they're not going to look at you as being confident in your skill, therefore downplaying your worth. So you got to go in there bold and know your worth. And if they offer you something that you feel like is not your worth, is not up to your standard of pay, negotiate. Don't feel pressured to accept that job. Negotiate. No, I can't accept that. I've been in this field for blank number of years. I have experience in this, that, that. Name them. Name them. And say, I cannot accept that. Nothing wrong with negotiation. Do not feel pressured to take a salary that you know that you don't deserve. Because in my experience, once you take a salary, your raises are not that high. Your raises is not going to be that high. 2% raise. I done got a 1% raise before. Not because of my performance. That's just what they did across the board for CNAs. So you don't want to start off down here because you're not going, your raises normally is not that high. So get what you deserve. Get what you deserve. And also, co-workers, don't be afraid to walk away. Don't be afraid to walk away. If they can't come up to what you're willing to accept, don't be afraid to walk away from that job. Because it really devalue, if you accept that, you're devaluing yourself. You downgrading yourself. It is too many jobs opportunity for a nursing assistant to take something that you know clearly that the pay is too low. That you know clearly if I take this job, it's not even going to pay my basic, my basic necessity. We should be able to find one job that would take care of our basic necessity. And if we have to get a second job, it should be for our luxury. It should be for us to save and put back money in the bank. It should not have to go to water bill, light bill, insurance, car note. It shouldn't. We should be able to get one job that would take care of our basic need. You guys, we have to know our worth. Don't be afraid to walk away. Don't. And if you're in a job that's not paying you well enough, don't wait for the yearly evaluation. Go in that office now. If you're a good worker, come to work on time, do what you need to do, take care of your patients, go in that office. Don't wait till a year. Sit down. Talk to them. Say, I need a raise. What I am making is not taking care of my basic need. I need more money. And if you are a good worker, 9 times out of 10, they will honor and give you a raise. And if they don't be afraid to walk. If you go in there with a sincere heart and you are a good worker and they don't mind about losing you, then you know they don't value your worth. You want to work somewhere where they value your worth. And if they don't, maybe this is not the place for you. Don't be so loyal to a company. They're not loyal to you. You are there because you are doing them a service. And if and when you stop providing that service, guess what? You're gone. You're gone. Because you're no longer any good to them. You cannot provide what they need. Fine, no problem. But you have to be in that same mindset as they are. If you come into work and they can't pay you enough to pay for your basic need, then they are no longer good for you. And you have to do what's best for you. So be prepared. Now, when you go in there and you're looking for a job, or you have a job and you asking for a raise increase, or you go on an interview and you asking for a certain amount, be prepared to walk. Be prepared to walk, you guys. That's the only way you're going to get what you want. That's the only way we as a collective would change things. Now, the nursing assistant pay raise here has gone up a little. It went up after the pandemic. And the reason I think it went up after the pandemic, because people just was not going to work, willing to take that little pay anymore. You know what? The pay raise, the average pay raise used to be, the average before pandemic, when you just started off on the job, $10 an hour. Y'all, I'm drinking my coffee. $10. That's the average. But it was a lot of them offering $7.25, $8. What can you do with that? As a grown person running a household, what can you do with $7.25 and $8? So now, some companies is still offering that where I live. I don't know where you guys at. Some companies is still offering that low pay. But a lot of them has moved up. Average now is 15. I have seen them as high as $19, $21. Not a lot of them. Not a lot. But I have seen them. So that is a step up. But you see how things change when we all stick together collectively? After the pandemic, and people that was furloughed was getting paid that $8.75 a week and was able to pay their bills without stressing, was able to pay their bills without, what you call it, skipping Paul to pay bill or vice versa. Anyway, I forgot the saying, but you know how you have to, oh, I'm not going to pay this electric bill because I paid it last month. I'm going to pay the water bill because I didn't pay it last month. It's double, so I have to pay that before they cut it off. You see what I'm saying? People was able to pay their bills. And you know what they said? I'm sitting down, not working, and able to pay all of my bills with no stress. And when I get up every morning, go to work, breaking my back, running up and down these hallways, and I got to steal from Paul to pay bill? No. It's not going to happen anymore. No. So at that point, they had a great need, and they was offering this little old pay, and we wasn't taking it. We weren't taking it. We weren't taking the job. So they had to go up just a little bit. Same thing. We're going to have to stop taking these little old bit of jobs. And if you're already at a job, quite natural, you just don't want to walk out. Start putting in an application. After you done talk to your administrator, your immediate supervisor, then your administrator, they still won't give you a raise increase, and you struggling to pay your bill, you're a good worker. You come in, you do what you need to do. You're not a troublemaker. You don't call off. You do everything that need to be done, and they don't value you. Start putting in an application. Start putting in application. I know we get comfortable where we are, and changing can be a little scary. You got to learn this, learn your pace. It's worth it. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. So you guys, that's it. I hope y'all got something out of this video. We are going to have to know our worth as nursing assistants. Stop accepting pay that we know is not up to our standard, up to our experience. We are worth more than silver and gold. I'm telling you, we are. So that's it for this video. I hope y'all got something out of it. I hope that gave you some motivation to try to get what you're worth. That's it, you guys. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.